Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Shantae Risky's Revenge. In the last part we started off the Hypno Baron's Labyrinth and now we're going to progress through this place. Possibly finishing it in the process, I don't know. It's not like I've recorded the game or anything. Either way, we also got the mermaid transformation last part, which is technically required to finish the dungeon. I don't think you actually ever need, I forget, do you actually need it in the dungeon? I really should know this off the top of my head, but I can't remember. There's not many water rooms in dungeons. I remember that for a fact. I think there's maybe one room you need it for in this dungeon, and that's it. Either way, now we're back in the eyes you have to open and close, and we want to change their locations to be both open, then head through the left door again. I think this is actually the room you need the mermaid for. No, it's not. Just another bottomless pit room. I do have to question the addition of the ambient noises of bugs in the dungeon. It's a choice I can understand to some extent, but it's kind of odd that they put it in the dungeon of all places and not like in the actual forests. I mean, sure, people haven't been in the dungeons for a while, aside from the residents of it, but still. Either way, here's the room you need the mermaid for. You only need it for this one room as far as I can recall, and that's it. Also, if it's not entirely obvious, jump through here and get these gems. Because money is good in gaming. Especially in Tales of Xillia 2 and that one chapter of Paper Mario. I actually really liked Tales of Xillia 2. I know I mentioned that before, but god, that was fun. I know Zestiria just came out. I need to get that at some point because I want to do some multiplayer with my friends. Either way, for doing that amount of rooms, you get the bottom half of a skull. You might remember in last part, I told you that the boss was beyond this one locked door that had a skull above it. You don't need a key for that door. You need the entire skeleton key. Oh, it's a skeleton key. I get it. Ah, you clever. But you need to collect both halves of the skull in order to get to the boss. So that's pretty much our next MacGuffin to collect. And with that, we're actually done in that amount of rooms. We actually have to head back to the original eye we knocked open in order to progress onwards. And as I mentioned before, enemies don't respawn in the dungeons unless, I believe, you save the game, in which case they will. I don't know why that happens, but it does. So it's not really worth saving in a dungeon unless it's right before the boss. I know that's one thing I recall happening at a GDQ. I can't remember if this game was at an A GDQ or an S GDQ, because I know it was at one of them. I really do like watching speedruns, even though I don't think I've really done much speedrunning myself. I can do Zero Mission fairly quickly, but that's about it. Anyway, we want to whip this eye to make it face left. Which brings us to this room. Oh, so the mermaid's required in more than one room, that's right. I do have to say, I think the Squid Baron's Labyrinth handled using its transformation a bit more gracefully, because you only really need it for these two rooms in this dungeon, and that's it. The mermaid transformation is a lot more useful outside the dungeon, but even then, it's not a very good use in my opinion. Hopefully, I think it's returning in Half-Genie Hero, so I hope it's better there. Either way, we get the other half of the skull, so now we can access the boss fight. No, I mentioned last part that I wish that this dungeon got its own unique theme, but I really do like the dungeon theme that this game uses. It is really nice and foreboding. Let's use the skull key and get access to the boss fight with slime for some reason. I guess I just got 2 experience points, is it? It's been a while since I played Dragon Quest. Either way, let's face off against the Hypno Baron.
You must be the genie looking for magic seals, yes?
That's right.
You have 2, and now you're here for the final one. You've outsmarted Risky Boots. You're very, very smart. She'll never be able to restore the magic lamp now. You're a hero. The townspeople will thank you.
Is this a mind game? If you got something to say, say it.
But your uncle, he's keeping secrets from you.
What do you know about that? What does this lamp do anyway?
Information that valuable is not given away for free. But if you have what it takes to destroy your uncle, then you deserve to know the lamp's true power. You might look like him, but you're not my uncle. Give me everything you've got.
Hypno Baron is a bit of a boss. He teleports all over the place, a la Dracula, and throws various, and whoa, the music got stuck in a loop there, that was weird. He just throws various potions that do various things, generally explosions. He's not a very hard boss, but he's a long one. He has a bit too much HP for his own good. I don't think there's a trick to quickly take him out like there was with Squid Baron too. The highest level Pike Ball is just the best weapon for that, honestly. And because you're using the highest level Pike Ball, you'll probably run out of magic if you don't have the magic repelling ability. Even then, I recommend bringing along a few magic vials. Though technically, I suppose you could use the argument that the second level Pike Ball is better for this, because you get more, you use less magic for more hits. It's a trade-off. I like the high-speed hits. This is something you'll be seeing me do plenty in Pirate's Curse. The Pirate's Curse's items are a lot more useful, in my opinion, as a whole. Gotta say, though, I like the sprite. Because this is really the only time we ever see anything of Mimic do. Anything that looks like Mimic do something. Because for the most part, he's just kind of there for exposition. Which, mind you, every game has that one character that's just kind of there for exposition, but Mimic seems especially guilty of it. And he's down. And like the Dragon Rider, just hit it back in Shantae 1, hit the skull, and you win. And get Magic Seal number 3. Hypno Baron's Labyrinth as a whole, not too hard, but it is a definite difficulty spike. The boss is simple, and should go down with enough hits. That's strange. Now that I've gotten all 3 Magic Seals, I have expected Risky Boots to make a grab for them. Now's my chance to get them to Uncle Mimic's workshop back in Scuttletown. And with that, we are fairly good for a while, actually. But before we do progress back to Scuttletown, now that we have the mermaid transformation, we can do a few things. First off, anywhere there's water, we can actually now dive into. The main examples of this, though, are in the Mermaid Cliffs and Polyp Bay. In fact, if you look on the map, you can actually see that they have little blue areas underneath them. And technically what I'm about to do is sequence breaking of a sort. You're not supposed to know you're supposed to do this until at a cutscene. I think I either show at the end of this part or the beginning of the next part. First off, dive down here and head in my general direction in order to find a thing. This is a bit stupid, though. There are fake walls to pass through. I don't like it when games do that. You're technically given the hint to do this at a cutscene that, yet again, as I mentioned earlier, is at either the end of this part or the beginning of next. But still, this is pretty stupid. I hate it when games do this stuff. But I remember for a fact, I don't think I ever show off where it is, but last part I mentioned there was another treasure-filled room. The other treasure-filled room, which actually respawns when you enter and exit and enter it again, where you get a crap load of gems. That is an underwater area that you need the mermaid's upgrade to get to. And, yeah, the stomp was actually required for the elephants. Alrighty. Let's come down here and get this thing, which is the golden baby squid. We don't know why we want these yet. There are 3 of them total, but I want to get them all now. Because I can. Plus, I'm on the way, so I might as well, right? Either way, next up, I'm actually going to cut back to the lighthouse. You could talk to... Sky and Bolo are in front of your house. You could talk to them to trigger the next cutscene, but I'm not going to do that. I want to get some other stuff first. We want to swim through this fake wall. And then head east. I do actually think the room with the respawning money is actually on the far bottom left of this room. Of that area, rather. And in here we get... Heart holder number 3. I think there's only 1 left. Yeah, I think the maximum heart is like 7. And now we're back in Polyp Bay, because now we can enter this cave we saw all the way back then. Which is a cave you need the monkey bolt to do. It's fairly standard platforming, though I do hate falling down in these areas, because the monkey bullet is actually surprisingly difficult to control, because the way you hold onto a wall without sliding is holding in the direction of the wall. Meaning you have to kind of be holding diagonally down and up, and the monkey slides down faster than it climbs up, meaning that this can be kind of tricky to do. Either way, doing this gets us Magic Jam number 12? Yeah, 12. Which is, well, useful, obviously. And now we're back on this screen in Polyp Bay. Because we can swim down here, get hit by the fish. Ow. Ow. And swim up here to find another hidden wall, or fake wall, to get Golden Baby Squid number 2. I find it odd that squids make a metallic sound when they clank onto the ground, by the way. Elephant, yes. Admittedly, the process of transforming like that with water actually reminds me a lot of Majora's Mask. And I kind of wish that if you fell into the water as an elephant, it would actually transfer you back to the beginning of the room, because that'd be a nice little reference to the Goron ability in Majora. Either way, our next area of interest is to the left. I forget where to the left, but it's to the left. Clearly, I'm good at remembering things that are recorded a month ago. Even though I'm thankfully commentating over most of these parts in one day. Anyway, we want to transport back to that place. I forgot to see where it was. I was actually looking down at my phone because someone just messaged me. Mermaid Cliffs, that's where we want to go. Because there's some water we can dive into here. Actually, maybe the money area was over here. I don't remember. Honestly, the money area, with the respawning money area underwater is useful, but I find the battle tower better because I think you get more per visit. You know, it takes longer to get that money. And swimming over here gets us to another area we want to head into. That spider looks tired as all hell. Swimming in this direction gets us over to here. Which, upon some further exploration, if you hear the clank, clank, clank sound, gives us the final golden baby squid. By the looks of it, yep, that cutscene is going to be at the beginning of next part. Yeah, monkey into the water, Kyle, that works. Because clearly, primates plus water equals good if the Titanic is any indication. Well, technically humans aren't monkeys, but we're stupid enough at times to make it seem like such. Either way, with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 9, we'll be seeing what those golden baby squids are for, and seeing what happens after that. See you guys then!